Kentucky. Got Sticker Granddaughter here and the notorious Sticker Kids here.
I'm a retard.
You're a retard. Shouldn't say that. You can't say that word no more.
I'm special.
Yeah, you're special.
Hey, how dare you?
How's it going? You joining the heat? We had 98 degrees today here. Don't touch the tape. Be careful. Can you back up just a bit? I got this table loaded up with Holy Grails. Talk about it here in a second so I can clear it off before my the young kids tear them up. Mikey Arugula, I reached out to his Gmail address. He was on Mr. Mayo's channel the other day showing his Beatle collection with those 4 girls. I thought that was a real good video. He hasn't responded yet, but I'm trying to get, if he's going to Chicago Fest for Beatle fans, we're going to try to hook up and do a joint video, me and him. That ought to be pretty cool. Did you check out my Rachel's Ghost interview last Wednesday, I hope? I think we have close to 500 views. I didn't check it today. And Kevin Records here in Louisville, him and I are going to do a new thing on Thursdays at the Third Turn Brewing in J-Town. We're going to be the vinyl record detectives. That means you can bring your vinyl in if you think it's worth money, and we will evaluate it. I will do the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, and Beatles, and he will do everything else. A butcher cover number 3 East Coast went up on eBay today for $1,200. Buy it now or best offer. I offered $1,000 and I waited about 6 hours and he didn't take my offer, so I bought it. Because the East Coast butcher covers are getting real tough to find.
Hold on, comment real quick.
George Music Frosting said hello to all, and Mikey Arugula said, hi Frank, it's Mikey, I'm watching you now.
All right, Mikey. Way to go. First time you've been on our live stream. Mikey Arugula is in the chat. Everybody say hi to him. He's that crazy 69-year-old from New Jersey. He had a great video on Mean Mr. Mayo. He's almost as crazy as I am.
How crazy?
How crazy am I?
I don't know, too crazy.
Too crazy.
You bring everything up.
Bring everything. What am I all about?
Beatles.
All about the...
Beatles.
Say it loud.
Beatles. 5 stars, skies blue, and probably say something related to Beatles.
Alright. Alright, we're going to show some Holy Grails here on the table so I can clear this off. This is one of the top 5 or 10 condition Beatles 1965 Aladdin lunchboxes that exist in the world with the matching thermos. Mikey Arugula, you got one in this kind of condition? Beautiful. Mint minus. Look at that inside. It's got the thermos. Clip, got no wear, maybe a bit from the thermos being in there. The edges are nice. And look at this thermos. It even has a white little stopper there for the cap. Unbroken glass. No wear to the thermos, no wear to the bottom, no tarnish wear. You don't get much better than that. That is up for sale on my eBay store at $3,999. Let's put that away before Sticker Kid gets too close to it.
Mikey Arugula said, we're Beatle brothers.
Beatle brothers, Beatle crazy brothers.
And he said New York.
New York. Give me the box, please.
Which one?
And
That whole box.
Julia Mattingly said, hello, Sticker Kid and granddaughter.
All right, we got some locals.
Is that your phone?
Julia, yep. You know her.
No, I don't.
I didn't know her last name.
That's her. Here.
Hey.
All right, use the bubbles. You got to be entertained. All right, let's get the lunchbox out of the way.
That's the bad kid right there.
That's the hideous one.
Led Zeppelin 2. I got Led Zeppelin 2s all over the table. We'll start off with the cheapest to the most expensive. Got this World Records Taiwan. It was like a knockoff, but they used the RLSS cut. I'm sure Led Zeppelin didn't make any money on this.
Doubt it.
But it's got the small dead wax on side 2. It's got the same bass grooves as the hot mastering. I can't say hot mix anymore. PB Thal wants me to say hot mastering, so that's what I'll say. Look how flimsy that cover is. One of the flimsiest covers I've ever seen. Piece of paper covered in plastic. That sold for $99 today on eBay. I'm gonna put that over there. Next, we got original 1969 songbook with super hype music incorporated on the bottom. That's what they called their music company at the beginning, and then it changed. Led Zeppelin 2 1969 songbook. Got some great pictures of the band. Look at there. Led Zeppelin 2. All right, we're going to get into things I sold today. Led Zeppelin 2. This is the excellent condition. This is Columbia Terre Haute. Kevin from Kevin Records taught me what the CTH means. Hardly played, excellent condition. Sold for $599 today. The gatefold cover's got the gold record award on it. Pretty nice shape. Got the original inner sleeve. And you put that on the stack of Led Zeppelin right over there. Be careful. Next thing. Led Zeppelin 2 promo. From CTH, Columbia Terre Haute. White label promo. Very good plus condition. Sold for $888 today.
Oh my god.
Today was a Led Zeppelin 2 day.
Same number.
Look at that cover. Hard to find these Led Zeppelin 2 covers with no seam splits or no edge wear. Can you carefully put that over there? Now we're to the Holy Grail. Somebody wanted to buy this today and wanted me to give them a bargain price, and I said there's no bargain on this one. Led Zeppelin 2 in the shrink with hype sticker, A Whole Lot of Love, affixed to the front shrink, and the titles, hype stickers affixed to the cover on the back. This gatefold cover has never been opened. You never find these with that green, it's still green there on the top. This is a first press Monarch. It only has a couple paper scuffs. It looks like it's never been played. There can't be more than 5 or 10 of these in the world. They're in this condition. Jimmy Fallon with your $200,000 stereo system, you need this pressing. It's a firm price, $3,999. The original 1969 inner sleeve, also in beautiful shape. Never had a Led Zeppelin 2 in that condition. I'm afraid to even play it. It's like my Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut. I was afraid to play it. It's got RLSS, Robert Ludwig Sterling sound in the dead wax on both sides.
Kirkamir1 said, "Hi guys, nice sale," and then yikes, and then you said 3,600.
That's what he's offering.
I don't know.
I guess is what the guess is.
What's this love? Let's make a deal.
Are you gonna make the deal?
All right, that was the big things. Cleared the table. Now you guys can move around a bit.
No. Where's your face?
How's everybody going out there? Hope we got a few people watching.
Nobody's watching.
Next, Live and Let Die. Heard on the music system today. And the story with Live and Let Die is when Paul McCartney and Wings turned that in to the James Bond company to use on the album for the theme song of that movie. They thought it was a demo. Paul said, that's not a demo, that's a finished track. They used it. It was a pretty big hit for Wings, and then Guns N' Roses covered it later on, and we all know the magic of that song. That's one of Paul McCartney's encores in his concerts with the fireworks. There's a great Live and Let Die on this new one-hand clapping. I sent one to Rachel Ghost for helping me on my channel. This is my second one, and I have a third one coming in. These all have the bonus EP that has the backyard tapes of Blackbird, Blackpool, is it Sea Moon? I don't think so. And then on the flip side, there's 3 Buddy Holly songs. Everybody's saying this is pretty good, great, and it's already #1 on the Amazon music charts. Can you believe an album, tracks that are over 50 years old, is #1 on Amazon Music? The power of Paul McCartney.
Herco Mirror One said, haha, no, I'm more in the 360 records camp.
$3.60.
$3.60. You're not going to find a Led Zeppelin 2 like that for $3.60.
Daniel Castillo said, chicken pot pie. Did Rachel's Ghost request a specific record?
I had 2 one-hand clapping, and Rachel was talking about that if she ordered it on Amazon, it wouldn't come in for 3 weeks. So I offered to send her my extra one, and it also had the bonus EP. You can't get that on Amazon. That's Michael Stern. He was the author of the Beatles, A Reference and Value Guide in 1993. Michael Stern sent me all his 45s with picture sleeves today in the mail. I'm going to sell them for him and charge him 20% commission and send the rest of the money to Michael Stern. But in that lot he sent me today, can you believe this was in it? I don't know if Michael Stern knew this is the most expensive Rolling Stones picture sleeve there is. Heart of Stone. What do you think this piece of paper is worth out there?
$20K.
No.
10.
It's not $1,000.
100.
It's under $1,000.
100.
It's just a piece of paper. 100? No, higher.
500.
You got it.
Fee.
$500 picture sleeve.
Again, to you guys.
Not many of these were made. Heart of Stone, it doesn't even hardly have any ring wear. This could be. I've seen them go for $700 before.
Brad Cornell said, I hope to see you in the audience tomorrow night at the Palace when I go to see Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond. I already saw Donny when he was a little kid, the day after, September 4th, 1964, at the Indiana State Fair when little Donny was brought out to sing with Andy Williams.
That was Nick said, hi, Frank and family. I think he guessed 300,
On the picture sleeve?
Yeah.
but it was 500.
It's worth a lot more than 300 in this condition. He also sent me a I cannot get no satisfaction. It's not as in good a shape as the Heart of Stone, but it's still a tough sleeve to get from the Rolling Stones.
Ooh.
This would be about, in this condition, would probably be about $100 sleeve. And one more. It's all over now. It's all over now. The second picture sleeve released from the Rolling Stones after Not Fade Away in the United States. That's about a $75 sleeve.
Brad Parnell said, "Little Donnie's closer to your age than mine, LOL." And then he said, "Hey, it was just a guess."
That was Nova's Nick that said, hey, it was a guess.
Oh, Nova's Nick said, "Hey, it was just a guess."
This was in there also. This is from Spain, a Spanish import from 1965, a laminated cover of the Rolling Stones. It's got Off the Hook, Little Red Rooster, Satisfaction, and the Under Assistant West Coast Promotional Man. Never seen that one before.
Dane Johnson said 650.
For the, he's pretty close. For the Heart of Stone, 650. You gave me a price to put it up for tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
Nova's Nick said nice too.
All right, got some more picture sleeves I got in. Got this real nice. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Beatles on VJ Records. This was the last picture sleeve by VJ released that had the Beatles on it. It's in excellent condition. Got to be worth about $144. They usually came with the oldies label. This is just a Tolly label. They cleaned out all the pressings they had left in inventory and put this sleeve on it in the Christmas season of '64.
Harkham Year One said, "That's a cool sleeve. I've never seen that one either. The multicolor stars one."
On the Spain. Yep, never seen that. Doesn't even look like the Rolling Stones on the pictures.
I'll be right back.
This Michael Stern collection. I'll show you a few more of the sleeves I got in today. You had a She Loves You from 1964 Swan. A Hello Goodbye, an East Coast picture sleeve. All You Need Is Love, a West Coast thumb tab on the top. A real nice Lady Madonna with a fan club insert. A first press of She Loves You from England with a one in and the dead wax. That's the original sleeve that it was sold in England. Long and Winding Road with a little bit of record impression wear. That's what happened because those records have that little rim edges around the edge. 8 Days a Week has a great photo of the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl 1964. A Hard Day's Night got the original price tag of 76 cents. We Can Work It Out and Day Tripper, a great double A side, B side, same with a paperback Rider and Rain. Nowhere Man and What Goes On. It's a West Coast with a little tab cut on the top. And a pretty nice I Wanna Hold Your Hand West Coast. Tough to find I Wanna Hold Your Hand with the West Coast with the thumb tab cut on the top. Also had some John Lennon's. The great song Instant Karma. And I can't say the title on this one, but you know what the title is. From sometime in New York City. All that came from Michael Stern today. I'm going to sell them for him. Talking about picture sleeves.
Whoa, you okay?
Yeah. Slip and fall, slip and fall. You gotta watch that, man. Mikey, you gotta watch that. I'm 70, he's 69. Got this rare picture sleeve from the Beach Boys of Hero and Villains. I showed this on Rachel's Ghost channel. All these were supposed to be destroyed because it got canceled in the United States, and then they sent the picture sleeves to Canada and Sweden. And it says printed in the USA on the bottom of the sleeve, but they matched it with their pressings, and this is a Sweden pressing of Heroes and Villains from Sweden. That's a rare Beach Boys picture sleeve. They're kind of in my wheelhouse right now. We're talking about Beach Boys. Got another. You want to put that over there for me, please?
Nice.
That one, no, you don't need to put that. All right, we got another Carl and the Passions, So Tough. This is a better condition than the last one I sold to Daniel Costello. This has got a near mint. Looks like they played the first record, Carl and the Passions, but they did not play the Pet Sounds. It's got the mono mix. Hopefully Daniels likes his one he got. The mono mix that was done in 1972, remixed from the master tapes by Carl Wilson. A lot of people think this is the best pressing ever of Pet Sounds. Right up there with my buddy Chad Casson when he did it for Analog Productions.
Let's do that one.
Somebody's got one of his up there, sealed Analog Productions up there for $129 on eBay today. But I also, in this Beach Boys lot, this came from somebody who used to work in this gymnasium. They found this in a desk drawer. 2 unused tickets from 1966. Tickets 1242 and 1243 to see the Beach Boys. It's on cardstock, $2.50. It was at a gymnasium, March 6, 1966. And what's neat about that, that's the same time frame when Brian Wilson was recording Pet Sounds after he heard Rubber Soul. And then Paul McCartney heard God Only Knows, and you know what came next.
Your Japanese friend said, "Hello, Frank. Your granddaughter and grandson. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well. This year marks the 55th anniversary of the theoretical release of the movie Yellow Submarine, and figure manufacturer has released a big-size yellow marine figure for pre-order at a high price. It's quite expensive at $248,000 in Japan.
Wow.
But the finished product is amazing. Would you like to buy one and display it?"
Not $248,000. This is the Sgt. Pepper that Pet Sounds caused Paul McCartney and the Beatles to record. God Only Knows made that happen.
Fred Barnell said, "Do you ever get in any other British invasion stuff like Hermits,
Hermits.
Clark 5, Clark, Gary and the Pacemakers?"
Sometimes. I've been cranking Glad All Over, the stereo version, and Sticker Kid. Every time the drum goes boom, 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 I'm going like this to him, and he hates that song now. But what a great song. No wonder it knocked the Beatles off the top of the charts.
And then Herkimer once said, "Man, I've never seen the heroes and villains. P.S. Awesome."
Picture Sleeve, yeah, that's really rare. So once Beatles song knocked Dave Clark 5 off the top, and the Beatles got him back.
Oh no.
Had 2 million pre-orders before it was ever even sold in a store. The rarest Beatles picture sleeve there is.
He won't answer my question.
What do you need?
I want to know if I can leave the room for a quick second.
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead.
What?
Just do it. You already said it.
I don't know, but you walk right in the way of the camera. Go, hurry up.
Thank you.
The camera.
Beach Boys. That's the end of my Beach Boys segment for today. You got any chat there?
Don't have your baby kids. Daniel Castillo said, "The price is a lot higher for the second copy. Mine sounds great."
Talking about Pet Sounds. He was talking about, I believe, on that.
Yeah, I got this up for $144 with the tickets.
Herkimer said, "Hey Frank, I've got a mono Pet Sounds with the promo spelled out. Many punch holes in the corner."
For the 1966?
I don't know.
That's when it was originally released. If you got the original mono. Alright, I got this in. This is rapid fire. Let's show all my new stuff. New arrivals. Not quite as Holy Grail as the lunchbox and thermos and the Led Zeppelin 2. Never seen this before. The original mail order form. Bring me those Remco dolls. For the Remco dolls in 1964, it cost $8 to get the whole set to this. And you could also order the mascot doll. I've had that mascot doll a couple times. This is 14 inches by 9 inches. That's one of the rarest Beatles order forms you can find. My Remco dolls, I get my new set in. They're all hard bodies, the hard ones to get, except for George. He's a soft rubber doll. My buyers from Mexico that bought 6 of my butcher covers, they bought 1 set of my Remco dolls, but they want more of them.
Herkimer wants a guest model first with promo punch hole spelled out in the upper right corner. It's an excellent condition too.
All right, that's pretty good.
Dan Castillo said it was my lucky day because I got a good deal.
On the
That sounds
Carl
good.
Passions.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're happy with it. That Pet Sounds blew me away when I played it. This one here I'm going to have to play before I send it away. Oh, is Sticker Kid coming back?
When you were gone, he about fell. That's why he said that.
Your Japanese friend said, Frank, please watch your step.
Watch
your
yourself,
He
yeah.
about fell.
Yeah. I don't know. I do have to be a little more careful. All right, we got to talk about 64 Beatles memorabilia. Got this wallet from Standard Plastic Products. Got the comb and the, whatever you call that thing. What do you call that?
What?
Emery board? Something like that. For your nails.
Oh, filer?
Yeah, nail file.
Yeah.
Got the working coin pouch. One time I had one of these and it had the original price tag from 1964 inside this.
Can I have it?
It only got 2 of the photos. It's got John Lennon and Ringo Starr, and it's got the mirror. Pretty nice. That's up for sale on my eBay store at $144.
Oh, hell no.
Did you guys see my video I posted today, my short video? I have to check it out where I show the autographs I got coming in beginning of next week of the Beatles 1965, August 21st, 1965 in Minneapolis. The story on that goes, they arrived at the Minneapolis St. Paul airport at 4:15 p.m. that afternoon, and the limos were decoys, but they got in a police car and they went to the Leamington Motor Inn before they performed at the Metropolitan Stadium. But the policeman that took him from the airport to the Motor Inn asked for their autographs in an autograph book, and that is what I got coming in. And it's got a COA from Frank Casio and Paul Wayne of UK Tracks.
Another.
They're great big 4-inch autographs on each page. And somebody messaged me when I put it up today. They thought the Paul wasn't right. It was a little shaky on the top. But then the comment got removed when he removed the comment when I told him about the COAs. So he knows it's a real deal. But there's a story. The reason I wanted those autographs, there was a lot of chaos there in Minneapolis. The Beatles only played in Minneapolis one time. You guys know why? Because the police harassed them at midnight because they heard there were a couple of girls that shouldn't have been in their rooms at midnight, and they started knocking on the door, especially at Paul McCartney's. And the road manager told Paul he's got to get that girl out of there in a hurry. So she left, and the police told the Beatles that it wouldn't be too soon if they ever came to that town again, and John Lennon said, "Don't worry, we'll never be back." So there was a lot of stuff going on in that hotel. There was a young female reporter dressed up as a maid and got into the Beatles room and then said she was a reporter, and John Lennon was amused and gave her an autograph and answered some of her questions. There were even 4 girls that put themselves in a trash can, hoping that they were going to get moved up to the 5th floor where the Beatles were. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Even the chauffeur had to use a broomstick at the 5th floor elevator to keep the girls from getting off the elevator and onto the floor.
Daniel Castillo asked, what other collectibles do you sell in your antique store?
In my antique store in the toy mall,
Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
it's mostly low end Beatles, Stones, and Red Led Zeppelin. But then I also sell some other things I get with my when I buy big collections. I'll sell the Beatle magazines and other things. I have a $5 booth, and then I have a big display on the front wall where I sell my higher end stuff. Perry Cox. Shout out to Perry Cox. He's got my Paul McCartney autograph from Miami, 1964, February 15th, the day before the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan for the second time. He's going to auction it off another week or two, and we'll see what it goes to. One of you guys guessed, I thought it was Ritz, guessed it might be worth $5,000 to $7,000. It's so historical.
I guess 20.
That's most of my notes. Joe from New Hampshire. That's who I'm getting the autographs from, Joe Hilton. He sent me this. I bought this from
someone else. You want me to get over there?
Yeah, see if you can get it. We got this mobile from 1969, a store display mobile when right after Abbey Grove Road got released. And it says, hung up for a gift, give the Beatles. These were all, there's little apples. They're on the top of each one. You got Abbey Road, Sgt. Pepper, a numbered white album, Magical Mystery Tour, Revolver, Yellow Submarine, and Rubber Soul. That's a rare display. Heritage Auction sold a couple of these for, I think, $900. Pretty nice. That's who I'm buying that's who shows that video of the autographs today that I put up. That's Mr. Joe Hilton. All right, I told you about the Kevin Records. We're going to be the Vinyl Record Detectives. That's the title he came up with. Instead of Antique Roadshow, we're going to be the Vinyl Record Detectives. All right, let's show some other things.
1 second. Your Japanese friend said, Dear Frank, I have the 4 Beatles mascot dolls in the small box with the rubber rings on display in an acrylic case. I also have the 4 Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club band dolls on display.
1987. Go ahead.
I'd love for your granddaughter and grandson to see them.
That would be nice. So Dave Frazier, my local Beatles buyer, he bought these today. The last 3 issues of Beatles monthly books from the United Kingdom. I think they went for $144, but this one here is $100. The last one's worth about $100 because that's right when the Beatles were breaking up, late December of 1969. I guess that's a little before, but you can tell on the back picture, George Harrison's all smiles because he knows it's about over with.
I'd be happy too.
Dave Frazier, going out to Dave Frazier.
Were they the richest people?
Here's a song hit books. The first time the Beatles were on the cover, it said, The Beatles Are Here. 1964, it's June of 1964, and it's got all the lyrics to My Bonnie, Please Please Me, I Want to Hold Your Hand, She Loves You, a couple Elvis songs. And I bet it even has Glad All Over on there. California Sun, that's a song that the Brian Wilson's dad produced for the Rivieras. No, I don't see Glad All Over there. Got Fun 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 from the Beach Boys there.
Beach Boys.
I used to love the Beach Boys growing up.
Abbey Road. And then into the Stones. So my 1970 UK that has Her Majesty listed on the record, but not the cover. Sold it for $177 today. I know, Daniel, you say there's a lot of Abbey Road pressings, but they love to buy these UK with the -2, -1, because you don't get much more audiophile than that. Got the picture disc from 1978 in the United States of Abbey Road. It's a real nice picture disc, but it's sealed, so I can't show you what the back of it looks like. Any questions, or just keep showing things?
Some stampers of Abbey Road are hotter though.
Some stampers are
That's
hotter.
what Daniel said about saying that some Abbey Road.
Oh, you mean the stampers, the mother stampers, I think is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Not the dead one, not the -2, -1, he's talking about the mother stamper.
He says, I have a super early Presidents that sounds better than my other two.
Does he have a 1973 France contract pressing of Abbey Road? It's really good. Hey, Sticker Kid, do you have a joke to tell?
He's yelling at me.
These are popping bubbles.
Tell me what your joke is.
Too bad one.
Oh, he said pressings. He said that early pressings, yeah.
Yeah, the early pressings were freshly made from the master tapes as soon as they got done, so you don't get much better than that.
Not the France contract.
You need to listen to the France contract. The vocals are mixed up just a bit higher. A different way to
He
listen
said
to.
they are probably cheaper.
They are. I sold my last for $199. My French contract.
Cool.
All right, Rolling Stones. Don't want to leave the Rolling Stones. So the picture sleeves. We got the sealed sticky fingers. Got that extra protection there where the zipper is when it was sent in the mail to me. See if I can get it out of here. This is a second pressing that doesn't have the printing on the back right side, but it's in beautiful shape. If I can get it out of there without damaging it.
KRWD said, hi Frank, did you sell the 3D Sgt. Pepper's picture?
No, it's still behind us there. We showed it on Rachel's Ghost channel. I'll finish off showing them. 550 is my best offer on that 3D poster, or the display. So this is a 1974 Sticky Fingers. Got a Kmart sticker, discount of $5.67. Got the hype sticker affixed to the shrink. Got a sealed Rolling Stones Go Ahead suit with contains the hit single Angie on the front and the titles on the back. We got two Some Girls from 1978. I'll show you the difference. First one we got is got all the women that threw a fit. And this is what happened to the cover when they changed it. Isn't that amazing? They just got blanks where those women were.
Daniel Castillo said, how much did the Australian Sgt. Pepper sell for?
Australian Sgt. Pepper, I thought it was about $130.
And then KRWD said, okay, thanks.
Rolling Stones. Got a sealed Ringo from 1973 that's got the first pressing with Hold On there as the second song instead of Have You Seen My Baby. I think that's what they changed the title to on the second song. And that was by Randy Newman.
Here comes the
That's a factory sealed 1973 first press of Ringo. I think one time I've had Ringo that had the hype sticker. That was like a second pressing. It had the hype sticker for the 3 hit songs. You guys know what the 3 hit songs were on Ringo? You should know.
Here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun. The kids love Here Comes the Sun. Put that over there. All right, the White Album.
I feel good.
Shea Stadium. We talked about those autographs I got coming from Joe Hilton were autographed 6 days after their biggest show ever, 1965 Shea Stadium, 55,000 people. I got a photo, if you can show it there, of them on stage at Shea Stadium. And there's a bus pass on the back that
Oh shoot.
they used to go to. It shows where they went from, I think, New Jersey to New York, to Queens, New York. Yes.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys.
So it's got two original ticket stubs. This one was $5.65 and this one was $5.65 to see the Beatles at Shea Stadium. I'm sure it's like the Indiana State Fair. They were scouting them for $100 outside the stadium.
Everyone like, subscribe, hit the notification link.
Yay.
And this is the 1965 program that would have been at the Minneapolis show also. That's before the Beatles, the Shea Stadium was about the last time before they kind of got burnt out on performing live. That was a whole new experience for them, that Shea Stadium concert. Mick Jagger was in the audience, Linda McCartney was in the audience. There were a lot of movie actresses in the audience. It was a big deal.
More of a big deal than.
All right. Got my sealed, and we'll show the 2012 box set. 1978 sealed Sgt. Pepper import from the United Kingdom when the Capitol Records brought them over, and Jim Imports, and they factory sealed them, put that hype sticker on there. This one's got a hype sticker from Capitol, but it's a UK pressing from 78 with HTM in the dead wax, which means Harry T. Moss had less bass roll-off on these than the original pressings. So the expensive stereo equipment can handle and plays a better bass sound from Mr. Paul McCartney on these pressings. Tom Port from Better Records swears these are the white hot stampers of these albums. Sgt. Pepper and the White Album.
Brad Parnell said, photograph your 16 and oh my.
You were right. That is the answer. Way to go, Brad.
He's always right.
You don't win a butcher cover, but you get a thank you for winning and for getting it. This is the butcher cover we're going to give away when I get to 2,000 subscribers. I think we're almost at 1,700 right now. We're getting close.
KRWD said, man, they were so young.
So this is the butcher cover. I'm going to get away with 3 hard trivia questions concerning the butcher cover. That's a removed stereo trunk slick. Hopefully I'll get a real nice mono feel when I get that in next week. I knew I had to buy that butcher cover today. They're getting harder to find, but I don't want to lose my touch in peeling those butcher covers. I need to at least buy one every 2 weeks.
Daniel Castillo asked, was Andy Warhol in the audience?
Andy Warhol, I don't know the answer to that. I know Meryl Streep and some other people were in the audience that day.
Okay.
This is the last butcher cover that I peeled in inventory. I think I sent an offer out of $1,000 on this one. All my other ones have been sold. The trunk slick came off in scraps because it was in a had moisture from being in a basement, so that's the only one I have left for sale. I got to get a real nice one peeled next week.
The Japanese friend said, Abbey Road has a yellow Parlophone export record.
Abbey Road, yeah, that's pretty, that's rare when you have those exports. We'll talk about that. I got a Hey Jude here. But we got to finish up with the White Album. I got a White Album in the shrink, the United States. Original price tag was discounted at $7.94. Bought that from a local Beatles collector that kind of a trade. He bought something from me and I bought something from him.
Ooh.
But it's a numbered copy in the shrink. It's real tough to get a White Album still in the factory shrink from 1968.
I get one every day.
This is the way it would have sold in the grocery store when I first started working when I was 14 years old at my dad's store, and we had 3 registers in 1968. We had a little rack that had these Beatle albums that had the 4 main albums for the Christmas season, and the White Album was one of them. And I asked my dad, I sure like that as a Christmas present, and he bought it for me.
And then Daniel Castillo said, was Brian Wilson obsessed with getting the Spectator sound?
Spectre sound.
Spectre sound.
The Spectre Wall of Sound. And when he had the Wrecking Crew, he had about 40 people on Pet Sound. The best musicians in LA.
Herkimer one said,
So look at this
right.
Sweden import of Hey Jude with that laminated cover. It doesn't sound as nice, as quite as audiophile as that UK import I had, but that cover is sharp. And it's got the misspellings. It's got paperback writer with 3 different words. And instead of revolution, it's got revolutions with an S on it. Don't know if you can see that, but these Hey Jude, look how sharper that is than the USA covers.
KWD said, nice cover. Daniel Castillo said, do you like the Wilson Pickett Hey Jude cover?
Wilson Pickett Hey Jude cover. I can faintly remember what it looks like.
So do you like it?
I can't answer it because I can't remember. I'd have to see a picture of it.
I'm just looking at it.
I saw the Hey Jude today, Beatles for sale. Let's see, the 3 I sold might be right back there. We gotta show this box set. Had a Sgt. Pepper -1 stereo from the United Kingdom. Sold it today for $144. Look at that sharp cover of Sgt. Pepper. Got the flips backs on the top. Got the psychedelic sleeve that says made in Great Britain.
Is this it?
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Thanks for sending that picture. Sold the Beatles for sale today in 1970 from the United Kingdom. The true 2-cut pressing. The way to hear Beatles for sale in stereo. Got a mono second pressing of Revolver with -2, -2. And somebody did ask me for the other information in the dead wax. I think, would you say, Daniel, that isn't the matrix, that's the stamper, the mother stamper.
Daniel Castillo said he covered the song, not record cover.
You covered the song, right? Yeah. David Bowie. I cranked up Ziggy, my favorite Ziggy Stardust album. Is this 1972? 72, I was right. Ziggy Stardust. What a great album. This is that flexi disc, first pressing. Listen to that sound of that flexi disc record. Maybe flimsy, but boy, they sure know they're good pressings. Other David Bowie's got the original inner sleeve with the crazy band he had at that time. David Bowie, Trevor Bolder, Mick Woodmansky, and Mick Ronson.
Oh, okay.
His showed you my signed Space Oddity that was signed in 1997. I guess that's about the same time he was selling Bowie bonds. He was trying to round up some money. You saw the Queen music rights went for $1 billion the other day. I don't think the Bowies went for anything like that. And it's got the original patch for Ziggy Stardust in there. And I got a Diamond Dogs. No, it's airbrushed on the back. It's not the real expensive one. The genitalia is not on the dog on this one. But we got the original dog tag to promote Diamond Dogs in 1974, I think.
Your Japanese friend said, dear Frank, have you listened to all the songs on the new album, Hackney Diamonds by Rolling Stones? If so, please let me know what you think.
I have not listened. I only know the 3 singles. I have a Blu-ray, and we showed it last time. I don't think it's in here. Alright, let's put David Bowie away. I'm gonna have to get a audiophile pressing of.
KRWD said definitely a unique person, Bowie.
Yep. Alright, let's show this 2012 stereo box set. I've been on the search for getting all Germany pressings on the Beatles stereo box set that was remastered by Sean McGee. And somebody in Canada finally had one that had all the German pressings in it. It says a little hype sticker right there. It says, packaged in U.S., records made in Germany. And yes, they're almost all sealed inside, and they all say they're from the EU on the hype sticker. Not going to open it up, but these were digitally remastered, but Sean McGee did a good job. Some people think the Beatles for Sale and some of the pressings are the best ever on this box set that were pressed in Germany. First time I've ever had that with all Germany pressings. I have two 2014 mono box sets coming next week. Any questions? I'm just going to rapid fire and finish this up. Got this Mick Jagger
You got 6 minutes.
with the COA Mick Jagger autograph from the looks like from the 1970s. I show this on Rachel's Ghost channel. Probably shown it already here. The 1964 when they toured America. This is the one with the flap, the newsstand issue of the Beatles' life, and this is the subscription issue. So you can see the difference. In the two Life magazines, when they had to prove Paul was still alive and with us, not dead. This is a 1969 Life issue.
How does that prove it?
Because they went to his farm and they brought him out and interviewed him.
How do you know it's him?
Well, it sure looks like him. Him and his family.
It's called faith.
I guess we'll never know 100% for sure unless Heather Mills tells us something different when Paul's gone.
Oh.
And we got the 1971 when Paul was really bummed out that the Beatles broke up. But then he got Wings going. Paul McCartney, 82 years old, going out on tour again. Can you believe it?
KRWD said, you know, you made it when you are on the cover of Life or Time.
Give me those McCartney albums. We'll close out showing some McCartney for his 82nd birthday.
Did you hear me?
Yes. You know you made it when you have unreleased recordings. Over 50 years old and you go to #1 on Amazon as soon as you release it. That's a true genius right there.
You know you made it when people think you're dead.
Before he goes.
Daniel Castillo said, did you read Life or Look magazine growing up?
Yes. All right. Let's show we'll go out with a little bit of Paul McCartney.
Oh, McCartney.
82nd birthday, and he's going on tour again. I cannot believe it. But Rachel Ghost, I said, I thought he retired at Glastonbury, but Rachel said he's like the old blues man. They just keep going until they can't go no more. Tribute to Paul McCartney, his first album, McCartney, 1970. Second album, Wings Wildlife. Well, this would have been the third album. The Ram would have been the second album. I don't have a Ram, but I have the Thrillington from 1978 when Paul did an orchestra version of Ram. There he is on the back, in disguise.
Oh.
See him on the back? Up there in the shadow.
Oh, yeah. What the heck?
Band on the Run, the great one from 1973, and the Shrink with the hype sticker. The great 1980, McCartney 2 with a single Coming Up.
Your Japanese friend said, there's also a Beatles box set in mono 1A white box.
Yeah, there's a 1980 mono box set. It doesn't have mono masters on it, but it's a good pressing. You got the holidays, Denny Lane, where Paul McCartney and Linda's performing with Denny Lane. That's a picture of them at the Scotland farm. Got a 12-inch of Goodnight Tonight. It's an 8-minute version. Pretty good. Tug of War from 1982 with the hype sticker. Denny Lane and Paul McCartney in flight. In the one of my most favorite concerts I ever went to, Chicago Stadium, 1976, Paul McCartney and Wings. Paul was at his peak. That's why this issue is so great, this one-hand clapping, because Paul, I don't know if you've seen the video of Solely yet on YouTube, but I was never a fan of that song they did as an encore. But when you watch that video of him performing Solely, and you hear all the words, Paul was at his peak. Denny Lane, Jimmy McCullough, Jeff Britton on drums, and Linda McCartney just learning how to play the Moog, or however you say that right. I know everybody says it wrong. All right, I think we covered everything. Did we make it an hour?
Daniel Castillo said McCartney still being alive kind of takes away his mystique. He should have retired in his prime.
I agree. I saw him in the 90s when he still could perform, sing pretty good, and now I just think he's got those other younger guys that kind of disguising his voice now, singing with him.
Very close.
But Paul's addicted to performing. You were asking about the Sgt. Pepper 1987 3D display from Canada. This is it. And we got the lithograph back here. I'll show it. Just leave it there and we'll show both of them again.
That just almost hit me in the face.
Sorry.
No, you almost missed.
We got the 3 eye posters on the back there, Jimi Hendrix and Noel Redding, the Beatles Yellow Submarine, and the Bob Dylan poster that was in the Eye magazine that had John Lennon on the cover. Sticker Kid, can you move just a second?
Where's my poster?
Here we go. You hold on to that, I'll hold on to this. So you got the lithograph with Elvis over here on the side. All the people that some of them got taken out, and this is the final one. This is Sgt. Pepper. The drums up front, the Beatles are in the middle, and the background's on the back. Pretty sharp.
Hold this so I can take this off.
That is it from Louisville, Kentucky. We're gonna unbox those autographs live on the air on Wednesday night. So next Wednesday night, 11 p.m. That would be June
You said Wednesday?
26th, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, June 27th, I'm going to be with Kevin at Kevin Records. We're going to be the vinyl. Now I forgot what I wrote down. Where's my green sheet?
I didn't take it this time.
My note sheet.
Right there. It's okay.
This is it.
It's pink.
It's pink, sorry. So next Thursday at the Third Turn Brewing in J-Town at 10408 West Watterson Trail from 6 to 9. Me and Kevin from Kevin Records are going to be there, and we're going to be the vinyl record detectives. We're going to give free evaluations to your vintage vinyl albums. So see you on Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Bye.